Okay, so moving on, now we have another visiting Toastmaster, Mitesh. Hi, Mitesh.
Hi.
Mitesh, can we see you if possible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah, hi. Good morning, Mitesh. It's
Good morning.
finally good to see you join the meeting. So,
Yes.
would you like to introduce yourself? Would you like to talk about yourself?
I'm a visiting Toastmaster from Bombay Toastmasters. I've been a member since September 22. I'm looking for more opportunities to speak, especially when it comes to prepared speeches. So that's why I'm here visiting the club and checking it out. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mitesh. I hope you enjoy your meeting.
Thank you.
Moving on, we have guest Nikita. Hi, Nikita.
Hi.
Nikita, will it be possible for you to switch on the camera? Can we see
Yes.
you?
Hi.
Hi. Good morning, Nikita. Thank you so
Good
much for
morning.
joining us. Would you like to tell us about yourself and how did you come to know about our club?
Actually, this is my second meeting. I attended the last offline meeting.
Okay. 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 So, how has your experience been so far?
It was good. Like I
Okay.
first time speak in front of public in the last offline meeting.
That's really great, and I hope to see you in our other meetings, not just as a guest but as a Toastmaster.
Yeah, sure.
So I wish you all the very best. Please do keep joining us for the meetings. It will be really worth it. Thank you so much. Now, moving on, we have guest Harit, Harit Batra. Hi, Harit.
Yeah. Hi, Nisha. Hi, all. Uh,
Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Would you like to tell us about yourself and how did you come to know about Mumbai speakers?
yeah, I mean, I have a group at my employer's place also, but I chose not to join there. But I'm very aware about Toastmasters that comes on YouTube, but I've never been in this club format. I don't really have awareness, but looking forward for self development along with all of you. So I'm a
Absolutely.
data analyst by profession, by the way. Yeah,
Sorry?
I'm a data analyst by profession.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, Harit, for joining us. This is the community club. I'm sure you are well versed with the corporate club. This is a community club, and trust me, you will have a great experience. There is a mix of people, and it's a really beautiful experience meeting everybody and growing together. So I hope you really enjoy your meeting, and you please do join us for other meetings as well. It would be
Sure.
really nice to have you.
Thank you. Sure.
So with that, I think we are done with the guest addresses. Also, I would like to congratulate Arbaz, who has now become a Toastmaster. So congratulations, Arbaz. This is his first meeting as a Toastmaster.
Yeah,
So
thank you very much.
how does it feel to add that TM in front of your name after being guest and now you are a Toastmaster joining officially? How does it feel?
Actually, it has made me a bit more nervous than previously
Please
because I
don't
would
be
be giving prepared speeches. Earlier, it was
nervous.
just restricted to attending the club and getting just sit over there and see other people speaking. But now, at that, given the fact that I have actually become a Toastmaster, yeah, it's let's see how things will work for me and what this club has in store for me.
It's going to be great. Trust me, you have made the right decision, and it will be really worth your struggles and worth your time. So I wish you all the very best, and I look forward to seeing you giving your icebreaker speech. All the very best to you. So with all the guest addresses being covered, now I would like to just move on to the Toastmaster of the day. To be honest, the theme he has chosen, fact or fiction, is so arbitrary that I do not have much to say about it. And I really like the fact that there is so much mystery and suspense with the theme that we all are intrigued by what is really going to uncover when our Toastmaster of the Day takes us through the theme. When I talk about Toastmaster of the Day, he is none other than Vishal Mehta, who has been a pillar of Mumbai Speakers Club. There is no meeting which is complete without him. I really appreciate, I have learned a lot from him, especially the way he is so humble, so patient, and so enduring. I really, really admire the way he handles everything. He was a part of the previous XCOM and he's part of this XCOM, and I hope we see him as a part of every XCOM that is that Mumbai Speakers Club has. There is so much we learn from him, and we keep learning from him every time. So I know everybody who came across him has have a lot to say, but I will just stop it here and let him take the stage. So let us all welcome Toastmaster of the Day, Vishal Mehta, with a huge round of applause. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Vishal.
Thank you so much, presiding officer and president of our club, Toastmaster Misha. So, good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I hope everyone's having a really good Sunday so far. Okay, all right. So, we'll start off today's meeting. The theme, I've kept it a bit of a suspense, as you can see, fact or fiction. So let me start off with with a bit of an introduction here. So a few days back, I was driving at night and I came across a road that was really secluded. There was no street lights, and I was actually at the mercy of my car's headlight. That's the only thing, that was throwing light. And on top of that, my petrol indicator was blinking at the last bar. Now, I took out my phone and Google Maps showed me that I was about 9 kilometers away from the main highway. My heart was really pounding. What if my car stops? What if petrol runs out? And guess what? Within a minute, my car stopped and it completely shut down, including all the lights. Now I was in complete pitch darkness. I could not see anything or anyone around me. I was even scared to get out of my own car. And while I was thinking to do that, looking to maybe dial 100 to call the police for help, all of a sudden, there was a huge sound on the top of my car. Bang! I got really shaken up and I was thinking, what could it be? I turned my mobile torch on to see if there was anything in front or around. And after a few seconds, I could see something roll over from top of my car on to my windshield. And when I focused my torch on it, it was a big cat with his eyes looking right at me. Now, I would like to spin this on to a group and ask, do you think this is real or I'm making up some kind of a story here? But I have okay, let's see. If anyone can raise their hands who thinks this is real, can we have a show of hands? Okay, Toastmaster Bridges thinks it's real. Anyone else?
Hey, hi. Since
Okay,
you're
Toastmaster Raviraj.
So we Prashant here. I think this is real.
Yes, Prashant. Okay,
yeah,
Toastmaster
I think
Raviraj as
it's
well.
yeah, I think it's real because
Yeah.
the state which you are staying in, considering that
Yeah. Okay.
it can be true.
Okay. And what about okay, you can probably put your hands down. Anyone else who thinks that it's a fiction? I'm just making it up. Can I have like a show of hands? Okay. I think it looks like the other audience, they are a bit like maybe, maybe not. All right. So let me maybe go back to Toastmaster Tanmay. What made you feel that what I was saying is real?
So basically, I have a little bit context in the state which you are saying. One of my friend also stays there in Gurgaon. So I mean, we were on call last week, and she was saying the roads get empty. There's no street light at during the night times. After 7, you won't see a single person walking. I felt like it can be of some truth. So yeah.
Okay, cool. I see Toastmaster Manisha has also raised her hand. Would you like to add anything?
As a person who's hearing your experience as you're recounting it, for me, it is fiction because it may be a fact for you, but I haven't been there in the moment to experience it. So for me, it's a fictitious tale.
Okay, fair enough. So we're getting some couple of good and interesting, maybe slight contradictory, perceptions as well, which is good. So just to give everyone a bit of an overview. So fact is a true incident, right? Which we may have experienced it, or maybe we rely on a source that we really trust and believe that it is true. And fiction is basically an imaginative creation. It could be someone has thought of it in their minds and just trying to convince the other people through their story and creating that emotion and all that kind of stuff. And the thing is, fact has nothing to do with the mind, whereas on the other hand, fiction has everything to do with the mind, right? And why are there things where some things are there which we believe as facts and some we believe as lies, or there's like a form of fiction? As we go more in this session, we'll try to explore more about this particular topic and see how we all think about things and have our own perceptions about them. To start off, I would like to share my screen and we'll play a small game wherein I'll share my screen, and instead of just everyone answering, I'd appreciate if people can just raise their hands and we can just go to that particular person and they can just let us know what are their thoughts on this. So just allow me a second to share my screen. Let me know once it's visible. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So anyone would like to go first? And I mean, it's nothing. It's basically I'm just asking like a few fact or fiction questions. And from Brijesh. Okay, cool. So let's say Toastmaster Brijesh, this one's for you. At a multi-million-dollar tech company, an HR representative once played a prank and entered a dog into the employee database. However, they forgot to delete the pup on that day, and the error wasn't discovered until a month later, after which the dog received a paycheck. Do you think it's a fact or a fiction?
This sounds like a fiction, but I think I would put this as a fact. I feel that you've gone and searched for some trivial facts and come up with funny situations. So I would just guess this is a fact.
But based on your experience, or your knowledge, or what you've seen around, I mean, what do you think? Not what I think, but what do you think?
Uh, Honestly, I wouldn't expect something like this to happen because if you want to enter anyone's name in a database, you need a unique identification number, right? So there is some valid identifier. So if it's India, you may need a Aadhaar card or a PAN card, without which an employee cannot be entered into database. So expecting that to happen is a difficult thing, in my view.
Okay. So what's the verdict, fact or fiction?
I'd still go with fact.
Fact. Okay, let's find out. Oh, it actually turned out to be a fiction.
Okay.
But yeah, good try. Sometimes, the stories with the details and everything, it can really make us convinced that this is actually true. All right. So let's go with the next one. I see Toastmaster Shreyans has raised his hand. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. So this one's for you. In Japan, falling asleep at your desk is not a taboo. In fact, the act is often seen as a sign of diligence and hard work. What do you think? Is this a fact or fiction?
I guess it's a fact because countries like Japan work very different from what we used to work in here, because their people are more disciplined and they offer work very, very much hard. So I guess it can be seen as a sign of hard work, or else a poor guy just wanted to have some sleep after amount of tremendous work. So I guess it's a fact. Let's see.
Okay, so you'll go with fact. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Confident. All right.
Lock
So
kiya jaye.
let's see. Yes, in fact, it is a fact. So good job there, Toastmaster Shreyans. Let's go with, I see a guest as well. Guest Harit, you can unmute yourself and we'll go with you. So this is your thing. Employees in colder offices tend to make fewer errors than employees in hot offices. The ideal temperature for focus seems to be around 68 Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius. Do you think this is a fact or a fiction?
Yeah, this could be both actually, but I would still lean more on towards fact.
Fact. I mean, any particular reason for that?
Yeah, I mean, I will just look at people around me. They do a lot of mistakes, so I will count India out of it. We
Okay.
don't live in a place where it is close to 20 degrees Celsius.
Okay. All right. So let's find out. This is in fact a fact. So yes, good job there. Next, I see Toastmaster Tanmay. Are you ready?
Hey Vishal, yeah.
All
Always.
right. So this one's for you. In the 80s, a man was once charged with a felony after being revealed to have stolen co-worker lunches every day for 2 years. The charges, however, were eventually dropped at the victim's request. Is this a fact or a fiction?
Okay. Sir. Yeah, so this happens in current age also. I remember my friends stealing my lunch boxes. So I think it is a fact.
Okay. So
And
we'll go with fact.
considering it is not that big a crime. So I mean, yeah, he must have requested to drop the victim.
Okay, let's find out. Toastmaster Tanmay says it's a fact, and it is actually a
Oh.
fiction.
Okay.
So next we have Toastmaster Misha. Are you ready?
Yes, yes, I
All
am.
right. So this one's for you. At the start of its voyage, the Titanic had 20,000 bottles of beer, 1,500 bottles of wine, and 8,000 cigars on board. Do you think this is a fact or a fiction?
This is definitely fact.
How can you
Like,
say
I
for
don't,
so sure?
because Titanic was a huge ship. There were a lot of people there, and uh, it's very common for people to actually drink and smoke there. So I don't think that it's anything abnormal or something of that sort. It is very much possible for people to uh, carry this much of alcohol, and obviously since it had a lot of people, so it is. I think this is a fact.
This is a fact. Okay. Sure.
Yes.
Okay, let's find out. This is in fact a fact. So yes, well done. Your research is pretty accurate.
Thank you.
All right. So thanks, guys, for the participation so far. I promise we have more fun stuff ahead, which will enlighten us. But for now, I'll stop sharing my screen and we'll start with the proceedings of this meeting. Just for the guests, just for them to know, this meeting is basically divided into 3 parts. The first part is where we'll have our prepared speeches. After that, we'll have our table topics, and the last section will be the general evaluation. So we'll start with the first section of the meeting, which is the prepared speeches. However, before that, I would like to call upon our tag team to let us know, to brief us about their roles. First, I would like to call upon our grammarian, who is Toastmaster Arun.
Hello.
Hi. So Toastmaster Arun, before you go ahead, I actually have a fact or fiction question for you as well. Can I go for it?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So a man once wore 60 shirts and 9 pairs of jeans to the airport to avoid extra fees. Do you think it's a fact or a fiction?
Okay. So it looks a bit exaggerated, but I have seen people wearing layers to avoid the luggage, weightage and all. So since it's 60 shirts, I'll say it's a fiction.
Sure.
Now you're asking me sure, so I think I'll change it to a fact.
Wow, you're changing your sides pretty quickly, Toastmaster Arun. But say
Yeah, yeah.
final answer?
I stick with fiction.
Fiction. Okay. So actually, it's a fact, Toastmaster Arun. This happened in China in the year 2012.
Okay.
So you can, Toastmaster Arun, you can go ahead with your grammarian guidelines, please.
Cool. Good morning, everyone. My fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. I am Toastmaster Arun Gangula. I am the grammarian for the day. It is said that grammar to a speaker is what scales are to a musician. So you might get bored of it, but once you master it, it will support you like a solid rock. So today, my job is to pay attention to all the speakers' language usage. I'll make a note of improper language usage as well as any outstanding use of words or sentences. As a grammarian, it's also my duty to introduce the word of the day. Now, considering today's theme of fact or fiction, today's word is sham. Sham. S-H-A-M, sham. It's not sham, it's sham. The meaning is falsely representing something as a truth, bogus, or a thing that is not what it appears to be. So let me use it in a sentence. I finally realized that the pyramid scheme is a sham. I'll also paste the word with the meaning in the chat section for everyone's reference. And each speaker is encouraged to use the word in their speeches as much as possible. And let's appreciate by giving a thumbs up whenever a speaker is using it. And at the end, when called upon, I'll present my report. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Arun, for the grammarian guidelines. Now, I would like to call upon a timer, Toastmaster Bhiku. Toastmaster
Hello
Bhiku,
everyone.
before you go ahead with the timer guidelines, I also have one fact or fiction question for you.
Okay.
Okay. So, storing old batteries in the refrigerator will prolong their life. Is this a fact or a fiction?
I guess it's a fiction.
Sure.
Yeah, because keeping a battery in a refrigerator, I think it's not a good to keep a battery in a refrigerator. I don't think so. It will going to, you know.
Yeah, that's right. It's actually a fiction. So good job there, Toastmaster Bhiku. You can go ahead with your timer guidelines.
Okay. Hello everyone. My name is Piku Raj. Today I'm going to play a timer's role. So I'll be helping to the speaker to express their thoughts within the allotted timeline. My duty is to time, prepare speeches, table topics, evaluations during the meeting. During this meeting, I'll be performing my role I have set of three colors like a red, green, and yellow. So green is a qualifying times, and the yellow is a targeted time, and the red is maximum time. So we have a multiple speeches we have a ice break speech. So we'll give you 6 minutes for ice speeches, and we'll be going to have a 7 minutes for the prepared speeches. So for ice break speeches, I'm going to show a green card at the time of 4 minutes, and the yellow cards once the 5 minutes happen, and the 6 minute I'll show a red for a icebreaker speech. For the 5 to 7 minute speech, so I'll show a green card at 5 minutes, and yellow card at a 6 minute, and red at a 7 minutes. And for the table topic, I'll show the green card at a 1 minute, and yellow card at a 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red card at a 2 minutes. This is I'll going to help in just to record how much time we are taking for our speeches. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Piku, for the timer guidelines. And now I would like to call upon our counter, Toastmaster Prashant. And I have a fact or fiction question for you as well.
Yeah,
Are you ready for it?
Yes, Rishabh.
Okay. In the Netherlands, the Netherlands has the shortest work week in the world, which is at 29 hours per week. Do you think this is a fact or a fiction?
I think it is a fact. I have heard about UK, Netherlands, and few countries having very less working hours, like 6 hours day, ideal development day is a 6 hour day. And also the climate there is such that like you don't see sunrise too often, and maybe that also could be the reason. So yes, it seems it's a fact.
Okay, so you sure about it?
Yes, yes.
Okay, you are right. It is actually a fact. So good job there, Toastmaster Prashant, and
Yeah.
you can go ahead with your R counter guidelines.
Yeah, thank you, Vishal. Hello, everyone. I'm Prashant. Today, I'll be playing the role of R counter. So my role here will be to record all the unnecessary sounds used by the speakers and also the role bearers. And these sounds include the crutch words like ah, or, and the filler words like but, like, so, okay, as well as the filler phrases, and so, etc. So basically, these clutch words, they obstruct the smooth flow of the speech and can be annoying to the listeners. And at the same time, it decreases the value of the speech. So therefore, our counter will note down these words and phrases in order to help the speaker become aware of them and minimize the use of these words as far as possible in the future. So also there are a few advices which you can use to reduce the usage of these filler words. So first is like if you get comfortable with the silence of 1 or 2 seconds in between, where you feel like using the filler words, and that can be very helpful. Another is like if you practice your speeches by like speaking it more loudly than the actual speech, then you will yourself come to know about the filler words or phrases which you are using, and that can help you to reduce them. And third is maybe we can use that the time in between where you are not able to remember the next word which you are going to speak to take a breath and relax for some time. So, yeah. So these are the advices, and I will present my R counter report when called upon by general evaluator at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant, for the R counter guidelines. All right, so now we'll get started with our first prepared speech. And before we do that, I would like to call upon the evaluator, Toastmaster Manisha, to let us know the details about the prepared speech. However, before you do that, I have a fact or a fiction question for you as well, if you would like to give it a go.
Sure, Toastmaster Vishal. Am I the only one who can't hear Toastmaster Vishal?
Yeah, I get his screen for froze.
I think he has
Hey.
some network issue.
Yeah.
But you all can hear me clearly, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello? I think my
Yes,
internet.
Toastmaster Vishal.
Yeah, sorry.
We
I
can
think my
hear you.
internet bounced. Am I audible and visible now?
Yeah, now
Yes,
you
you.
are.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, cool. Apologies for that. So Toastmaster Manisha, your fact or fiction question is, all the kings in the standard deck of cards have a mustache. Is it a fact or a fiction?
My limited knowledge on the subject says this is fiction, but but it's too obvious an observation to not term it as fact. So I will go with fact.
You'll go with fact or fiction?
I'm going with fact.
Fact. Actually, your earlier one was right. It's actually a fiction. The king of heart doesn't have a mustache, but all the remaining kings, they have a mustache. So yes, you learned something new today. And yes,
Yes,
please
thank
go
you.
ahead. Yes, please go ahead with the details of the prepared speaker, please.
Sure. It's my first evaluation since I've rejoined the club, and it gives me immense pleasure to evaluate Toastmaster Shreyans today. He's attempting his level 2 P1 project, and his track is leadership development. He's basically, the purpose of his project today is for the member to observe his or her time management patterns through his speech and his project. I wish Shreyans loads of luck today as he delivers his speech. I will now go on to confirm the title of the speech. Toastmaster Shreyans, Success and Failure, Two Sides of the Same Coin. Toastmaster Shreyans, Success and Failure, Two Sides of the Same Coin.
So before Toastmaster Shreyans, if you go before you go ahead, I have a fact or fiction question for you. If you would like to go ahead with it, just to warm up. All right. So the question for you is: when you sneeze, the particles from your nose travel at 100 miles per hour. Is this fact or fiction? You're on mute.
Yeah, so let me apply some kinematics on this question. So if we sneeze, the distance it's go, I guess barely it's 30 centimeters. And the time it takes to reach there, just let me do some math. Okay, so it will be a boring part. So I guess it's a fact. So let's go with fact.
Go with fact, sure.
Yeah, let's go with fact because I'm actually not sure.
Okay. So yeah, I mean your guess is right. It's indeed a fact.
Okay, so two for two today.
Yes. All right, Toastmaster Shreyans. So success and failure, two sides of the same coin. Toastmaster Shreyans. Toastmaster Shreyans, success and failure, two sides of the same coin. Over to you.
Can I have timer cards? Okay, perfect. Just a second. Good morning, fellow Toastmaster and guest. My name is Shreyansh, and the title of my speech is Success and Failure, Two Sides of the Same Coin. I stand before you today to share my insights on the fascinating relationship between success and failure. As we embark on this journey together, so I invite you to fasten your seatbelt and prepare to delve into some story of triumphs and setbacks through my experiences. I hope to shed light on the valuable lessons I have learned from both success and failure and how they have shaped my character and how they also shape character of each and every people's life. So join me as we explore the exhilarating ride of life's ups and downs and discover a connection between success and failure. So moving on. There are two sides of a same coin, shaping our lives in remarkable ways. Those who believe failure and success are different are mistaken. It's a sham. Success brings accomplishment and satisfaction. Why? Failure presents us with invaluable lessons and opportunity for growth. And I think that there is no success without a failure. So they are inseparable companions on our journey, revealing our strengths and pushing us to perseverance. Even the most accomplished individual that have faced failures before reaching their goals. If Walt Disney had listened to his former newspaper that he lacked in imagination and good ideas, so we would have no Disney and imagine a world without Disney Studios. Similarly, if J.K. Rowling, writer of Harry Potter, was a broke, depressed, divorced, single mother, simultaneously writing a masterpiece novel, it's hard to believe, but a lot of publisher has rejected her script of Harry Potter. But now, you know the famous of Harry Potter, and she is one of the richest women in the world. Together, success and failure form a powerful duo that propels us far forward and help us unlock our true potential. Now, give me a raise of hands. How many of you have experienced failure before achieving the position you are now in life? Give me a raise of hands. Yes, so I think that majority of us have had some kind of failure before achieving, and I guess that failure was the main reason for your achievement, right? Because I think the failure is the main reason of achievement. Now, moving on, as J.K. Rowling teaches us not to fear no matter how bad things become. And I would like to give an example of my dad. In his school days, he was an average student. He was passing his subject by grace mark, but in 8th grade, the luck didn't was in favor for him and he failed. But he worked hard and he repeated the whole year. Determined, he studied diligently and successfully cleared his 10th grade exam. This failure, but this was not for him. There was even more coming. This failure served as a catalyst for his success in engineering. as he went on receiving a gold medal in entire Mumbai University by topping in one subject in entire Mumbai. Journey from 8th fail to a Mumbai gold medalist was a bit tough, but he showed a perfect determination and consistency. And one can do anything, one can do anything with that. But the greatest achievement was when he showed his medal to my grandparents and they had tear in their eyes. And hope so in future, if I also want to achieve something that will make my parents proud. And now adding a personal story, I also have an experience where failure taught me valuable lesson. My team and I registered for an inter-college hackathon. For those who don't know, a hackathon is a 24-hour offline competition where they give us a real life problem statement and we have to go and we have to solve it by giving it a software solution to it. We can create website or we can create application and they'll select basis on that. And we had only 24 hours. But the selection committee rejected us due to our lack of experience in our field. Determined to prove ourselves, we devoted our next few months of building our skills and enhancing our CVs. When the next hackathon arrived, not only we got selected, but we also secured a top 10 position among the competition among all the colleges from Mumbai. And it was a great moment for me because firstly I got rejected and then I was selected and then I got in top 10. This experience taught me the importance of patience and continuous improvement and the ability to turn setbacks opportunity for growth and success. In conclusion, let's embrace the intertwined nature of success and failure. They are not enemies, but rather important part of journeys. Success brings happiness and validation, while it teaches us valuable lesson and opportunity for growth. Through failure, we learn resilience and determination, and it's also a type of setback. But we know how to bounce back and how to kick failure hard and then go to the success part. Success reminds us of our capabilities, reward of our hard work. By accepting both success and failure, we can tackle life challenging humbly, learn from our mistake, and reach our true potential. Remember, success and failure are not separable destination, but integral part of our life. And I believe success tastes even sweeter when it is followed by bitterness of failure. I guess I missed that. Okay, I'll start again. Success tastes even sweeter when it is followed by bitterness of failure. So I created this quote today morning while I was writing this speech. So yeah, so let's welcome both success and failure and journey towards the self-discovery and accomplishment. Okay, thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Gusha.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shreyans. That was like a really original and a very good speech, and by no means a sham. So, like, really good delivery. All right. So, since we only have had one speech, I would like to call upon the timer, and if he can just share the timing report if Toastmaster Shreyans has completed within the allotted time.
Yeah, so he's completed his speech within a 6 minute 2 second, and so he's pretty much qualified.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Piku, for that. All right. So now the next section would be the table topics. However, I think before the table topics, I think we all should get a bit warmed up as well. Earlier, I was the one who was asking you guys, like, questions about fact or fiction. Now, I would like to invite you guys to maybe share a small story or something about you that you can either say it's a fact or a fiction about you. You can ask that question. Let me give you a couple of examples from my side. I mean, let's say I can say I have a tattoo that nobody can see. Is this a fact or a fiction?
I guess it's a fiction.
Okay, anyone
because,
else?
Yeah, okay.
Toastmasters, you can add a because as well.
Yeah, because if someone makes tattoo on his skin, of course he wants to show it off to the whole world that yes, I have a tattoo on my skin. So I guess it's a fiction, but let's see what's the answer.
Yes, it's a fiction. I don't have any tattoos yet.
Yeah, 3 for 3 today.
Yes. So let me go with another example, and then we'll throw it open for anyone in the room who would like to participate. Another thing I can say is I can speak 3 languages, fact or fiction.
I guess it's a fact.
Anyone else thinks?
It's a fact.
Yeah, I think
It's
it's
a
a
fact.
A fact,
Yes.
fact.
Yes, it is a fact. So anyone would like to volunteer, like show? Can I have like a show of hands? Anyone would like to play this game? Something about them that they would like to quiz everyone with the fact or a fiction. It'll be good for us to know each other a bit better. Yes, Toastmaster Tanmay.
Hey, hi all. So once during my 10th grade, I slept on the first bench for an hour, and the professor chose not to wake me up. Instead, he called my mom. And since my house was close by to the coaching institute which I used to go, so they called my mom and they showed me how I was sleeping on the first bench. It was a Hindi lecture. I had recently changed my subject. Earlier, I was doing French and Hindi, and now I had switched to full Hindi. And Hindi was, it was boring for me. So unconsciously, I just slept, and no one, literally, all my friends, they they backstabbed me. No one woke me up, and I was sleeping there for almost an hour. They showed my mom. They even recorded it on the cap. So I want to ask everyone if it is a fact or it's a fiction.
The way you narrated, I guess it's a
Yes.
fact.
It's a fact. Yes.
Yeah. I should have.
Okay.
And
Okay,
maybe
It's a
not
That's a good one.
state of fact. Fictions are not very precise.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
I should have
go.
been.
Yes, sure. Toastmaster
Uh,
Shreyansh.
I hate Elon Musk.
Fiction. That's a sham, Shreyan.
Okay.
I think everyone knows you too
Fiction,
well
fiction.
by
Yeah,
now.
right. Of course,
Anyone
it has to be
else?
fiction. Yeah.
Yes. Come on, guys, don't be shy. We have table topics coming up next, so get warmed up.
Okay, I'll go. I
Sure.
I love to cook. So it's a fact or a fiction.
Can you repeat?
I love to cook.
It's a fiction.
Fiction.
Yes, Manisha is absolutely right because she and I are soul sisters. And yes, it is a fiction, and I think it'll always remain fiction that I love to cook, but I love to eat. Yes, that's a fact. That's a universal fact.
Okay, so Toastmaster Misha went with fact. No, it went to fiction actually. Yes, okay. Yes, sir, Toastmaster Prashant.
Yeah. Vishal, so I during my applied sciences exam during my engineering first year, I was so unprepared that I out of 8 chapters in the syllabus, I had just prepared half chapter, and then I just decided not to go for the exam the next day. So, is this a fact or a fiction?
Not to go for the exam.
I guess
It's
it's
of
a
engineering first year, right?
It's an engineering first year. Yes.
So I guess
I
that
guess-
it is a fact.
fact.
Yes.
Yeah, fact. When
Anyone
we are
else?
talking about first year engineering, then it's always a fact.
But not going for exam.
Acha, he
Yeah.
told not going for exam.
Not going for
For
the
exam
exam.
is
Yes.
Okay,
the
I-
next day.
preparing is fact. Not going for exam sounds like a fiction. Like
Yeah.
Yes. Brijesh, you are right actually. Yeah,
Okay,
it's a
I didn't.
fiction.
It's a fiction.
Yeah, so like it's my habit. I never do that. Always go for it, and if don't know anything, I'll just write some stories or something from my past experience.
Right fiction.
Write fiction in those exams. Yes.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant, for sharing that. Yes, Toastmaster Piku. What's your fact or fiction?
So, so early days, when I was child, in my childhood, I used to play a lot of cricket. But nowadays, I hardly play, and I am not interested in playing cricket. So, is this fact or fiction?
fiction.
I guess it's a fact.
Yeah, it's a fact. I think you may not.
And
be
I would
getting
like
time.
to add more incident. Us Toastmaster Biku us, because we all had played cricket in our childhood time, but today we don't have time to play or miss. We all
Correct.
miss those days.
Correct. Absolutely right.
Was it a fact or fiction?
It's a fact.
It's a fact.
It was
Okay.
a fact.
It has to be a
Awesome.
fact.
Any visiting Toastmasters would like to share any fact or fiction about themselves? Or any guest? Okay, we have we have visiting Toastmaster Mitesh.
Yes, I failed in my third year of my degree, BCom.
You said you failed in your third year
Failed.
of degree BCom.
Yes, last year
Fact or
of
fiction?
graduation.
Okay. I think it's a fiction.
Fiction.
Is it a fact?
Actually, it's a fact.
Okay.
I failed in one paper, accounts one. So I failed in my graduation. So I had to reappear that paper again.
Okay. Wow.
Yes.
Unfortunate fact, but yeah.
Right. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for participating, Toastmaster Mitesh.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. Anyone else would like to go before we hand over the stage to our table topic master?
I will go.
Okay.
So my exams got over recently. So I started studying a day before each and every exam.
I'll say that's a fact.
Yeah,
Fact.
fact.
Even I'll say that's a
Yes.
fact.
We know.
Yes, all engineering
Engineering.
screaming fact.
Yes.
Yeah, it's right, fact.
Yeah, I have one.
So you get
So,
3 to 4 days chutti, but yet you start studying a day before.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
Yes, Toastmaster Tanmay.
Yeah. So I love doing dishes or cleaning my kitchen sink when my mom's at home.
It's a fiction.
Fiction.
I say it's like you say you love it, but I think it's majburi that you have to do it.
It's a fact, I guess.
Fact. Correct.
Fact.
Yeah, so it's a fact. I mean, I find it oddly satisfying for some reason. I love doing dishes. I love cleaning. Although, let me tell you, I don't have any OCD as such, but I love cleaning. So it's my go-to thing. And I can't cook. And I have a younger sibling who cooks very well. So he takes that responsibility, and I do the cleaning then.
I
But
was just adding
I
that.
love
Yeah.
doing it.
I was just adding that you told me that you had a younger sibling. He loves to cook. So I was thinking, yeah, if he was cooking, then for sure, then Toastmaster Tanmay will be doing the dishes.
Yeah, we've had this conversation earlier, right? Yeah.
Wow, Shians is really connecting the dots, which is really good. All right, guys. So I think we've had a nice warm up, and I would like to hand over the stage to our table topic master, Toastmaster Raviraj. However, before I do that, Toastmaster Raviraj, I also have a fact or fiction thing for you. So are you ready for it?
Yes.
All right. So daily activities compress the cartilage in your knees and other joints. So you are up to 3 centimeters shorter at night than in the morning. This is a fact or a fiction?
This is a fact. Actually,
Are you
I have
sure?
watched one, I think so, science show, which was Manish Paul was there. He was saying backyard science or something like that. In that, they shown that uh, in the morning our height is a little taller than in the evening. So yeah, I guess that it is a fact.
Yes, you're right. It is indeed a fact. So thank you so much. And the stage is all yours, Toastmaster Raviraj.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. So we had a great speech today by Toastmaster Shreyans, and I also liked his speech very much as he gave the example of J.K. Rowling and Harry Potter, which is my favorite novel series. But in our life, we don't get the privilege to prepare our speech, right? Like in the meeting, if our boss asks us to give opinion on a subject, or just simply what is current progress going on in the project, so we actually need to speak on the spot, and that's where the table topic session of Toastmasters kicks in, which helps you to practice table impromptu speaking, in which you need to speak, or you are given a subject and you need to speak for that subject for 1 to 2 minutes. 1 minute is the qualifying time for your speech. And yes, I will also share my screen so that you can see the what is your subject. You can choose a number. There are numbers from 1 to 12, and you can choose a number and speak for 1 minute on that. So let me share my screen now. Okay, can everybody see my screen? So who will like to volunteer first in this table topic session? This is a very fun session of table topics in the Toastmasters meeting. And yes, I can see Toastmaster Bhiku. So which number you want to select? Toastmaster Bhiku?
5.
5. Okay. So your topic is, do you think people can change? Why or why not? Toastmaster Bhiku. Toastmaster Bhiku, do you think people can change? Why or why not?
Yeah, so I think people can change. It's depend. So every piece of life, people start themselves to grow in life, right? So everyone has a goal in life, or maybe they wanted to grow in particular phase of life, or maybe in their office environment, or maybe in his personal life. So a small piece of goal everyone has, right? So they wanted to achieve that goal. So achieving that goal, we learn a lot of things. We learn, so for example, if someone so like we all of us here to improve our communication skill, right? So here every week we gather and we learn something from each others. Everyone is very spontaneous while speaking, because everyone wanted to improve in their communication skills. Uh, uh, Similarly, we wanted to learn so many things, not just communication skill. Maybe someone wanted to improve their uh, cricket skill. Maybe someone wants to improve their some other skill in his life. So everyone change, right? So everyone change. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Biko. I also agree with you that everybody in his or her life change at some point of time. To learn something new, the new things in life we need to change.
Correct.
Yes. Any more people would like to participate? Any more volunteers? Yes, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vishal. Which number would you like to select?
Let me go with number 2.
Number 2, okay. If you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be and why? Toastmaster Vishal, if you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be and why?
Thank you, Table Topic Master Raviraj, for such an
Yeah,
interesting topic.
sorry to interrupt, Vishal.
Yeah.
But timer, can you share your screen? I hope
Yeah,
you're
sure.
recording. Yeah. Raviraj, you can
So
stop
I
sharing your
should
screen.
stop share, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a second, I'm sharing.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So thank you, Table Topic Master, for this interesting question. I've always sort of wondered if there was one historical personality that I would go out to have dinner with, just to kind of get. I think it would be Newton. Uh, I've always been fascinated with physics ever since school, and his three laws I thought were pretty interesting. But the one question I would really like to ask him is, I think we all know Newton was actually just under an apple tree when an apple fell on his head, and after that he started thinking. So, the one question I would like to ask Newton is that. Why did he wait for that apple to fall on his head? Why couldn't he actually be like, did something and then discovered, like, things? The only reason for that is maybe he lost a lot of time just lazing around under an apple tree. He could have used that time to like, come up with a lot more Newton's laws. uh, and I think it's, but nevertheless it has been a really great addition to our science technology through his laws, which even to this date are pretty relevant, and I think it will be for like, many more centuries or millenniums to go. But yeah, if there was one person, I would definitely like to go with Newton to kind of maybe get some more insight on how his thinking process was, which will really make us understand in a way to kind of make better decisions in life, and not to make like, mistakes, and yeah, try to become good in decision making. So with that, I would like to hand it back to Toastmaster Raviraj.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Vishal. It was a very fascinating speech. I'm also fascinated by the work done by Newton every now and then when I study science. So yeah, thank you so much. And I see Toastmaster Anubhav is raising his hand. So I will share my screen again. And what number would you like to pick?
Well, am I audible and visible?
Yes, yes.
So let's go with the GOAT of all time, Lionel Messi's jersey number 10.
Okay. So here is your topic. Is it more important to do what you love or love what you are doing? Toastmaster Anubhav, is it more important to do what you love or love what you are doing? I'll stop my screen share, and timer, you can share the screen.
Yeah, just the
Well, I believe it is more important to do what you love because when you're doing what you love, you're actually being in present and actually enjoying the thing rather than worrying about the future or of the past thing. Few years back, I have enrolled myself to a gym. I was in my fourth year of engineering, and I enrolled myself. I always thought that I wanted to go to gym and do build how I saw my future. But when I joined the gym, I saw that it was quite difficult to build those muscles. But still, I have continued, and after 2 or 3 months, I didn't enjoy doing the hard gain workout, but since after I got results after 2 or 3 months, the visible muscle mass which I've gained, so I started to love what I was doing. So I believe it is more important to do what you love. So thank you. Uh, Over to you, table topping master Raviraj.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anubhav. Yeah, we all have the same experience of the gym where in the start it feels a very pain, and after it takes some time to see the results, right? So we will move on to the next topic. Yeah, Toastmaster Arbaz is raising his hand. So which number would you like to choose? Hello.
I think Arbaz is on mute or maybe his screen is hand.
Toastmaster Arbaz.
His screen is freezed.
We can go
While
with Amit.
he's
Yeah.
fixing his screen, we can go with Amit for now.
Yeah, we can go with Toastmaster Amit. Which number would you like to choose?
Yeah, hi. Good afternoon, Raviraj.
Hello, hello. Good afternoon.
Yeah, I want to go with number one.
Number one. Okay. So this is your topic. Describe your dream vacation destination and what you would do there. Toastmaster Amit, describe your dream vacation destination and what you would do there.
So, hi, good afternoon, everyone. So, for now, my dream vacation is to go to my Leh Ladakh trip. So, which is like already planned in the month of June. So, I have a lot of things about Leh Ladakh, and I have heard about the other people's experience. Kids difficult tour, and everyone is not successful to complete that trip. So I have decided to go for Leh Ladakh in the month of June. But before I start off my trip, already challenges have started. Like my all booking is with the Go First flight. Now I don't know whether till the time I have to start my trip, whether Go Flight will continue their service or not. So yes, my dream is to explore Pangong Lake and all, which is like place shown in Three Idiots. So which inspire me to plan that trip of Leh Ladakh, and it's very scenic, right? So I want to enjoy that snow and the mountaineering things in Leh Ladakh. So it was my dream place. But finally I could have like planned. Let's see whether I can be successful in completing my trip. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Raviraj.
Yes, yes, you will surely be very successful in completing your trip. And I'm very glad that you have planned your trip and you are going to Leh Ladakh. Visiting the Himalayas has always been my dream also. And yeah, all the best to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Toastmaster Amit, if you go there by any chance, don't forget to take me as well.
Sure.
Okay, let me share my screen now.
You know, also ask
Yeah.
Vishal for his experience. He went on his bullet, I believe. Right, Vishal? If I'm not wrong. I heard your speech long back.
Yeah,
where you
it
shared
was
your experience.
yes, it was way back in 2013. Actually, I'm quite sure the dynamics would have changed quite a bit. So things back then were pretty rough and rugged. I'm quite sure in the last 10 years things have improved quite a lot.
Yeah, there is one guest Harit wants to choose. What number would you like to choose, guest Harit?
Yeah, let's go with 7.
7. So what is the most valuable lesson you have learned from a failure or mistake? Guest Harit, what is the most valuable lesson you have learned from a failure or mistake?
Sure, this is a very interesting topic. I'm truly inclined against it. Failure is never the end. Like they say, success is journey. Same goes with the failure. One failure never promises the second failure. In fact, it actually increases the probability of you not failing the second time. The more you fail, the lesser are the probable cases that go against you. So it's always a pursuit of light, I would say, at the end of tunnel. That's how I look at failure. Personally, also I've looked at many. I've been able to live with many people who have defied the failures early in their childhood or in their adulthood. even in their old age, when I look at people who, who become sick with some, they call it critical illnesses, but they have come over it. So it's very, I mean, I relate to a human intent that we are all here to survive, and it's the survival of the fittest. And we should never look at this as fact of the failure, or to agree to it. That's all I would want to say about it.
Thank you, guest Sarit. It was a very wonderful speech you gave, and I got a lot of positivity from that speech, and I will try to inculcate it in my life also. Now let me share the screen. Timer, you can stop the share. Yeah. So who is going to go? Who is next? Visiting Toastmaster Clever. Which number would you like?
Yeah, thank you. I think I'll go with 12.
12. Okay. Out of the three, summer, winter, and rainy season, which is your favorite season and why? Toastmaster Clever, out of the three, summer, winter, and rainy, which is your favorite season and why?
Thank you, Table Topics Master. Out of the three seasons, summer, winter, and rainy, which one is my favorite? Well, I actually think that seasons have life, and I think that seasons are revengeful. I think I'll go with the rainy season as my favorite because it's just around the corner, and I don't want to be inconvenienced in any way during the rainy season. I want it to be my friend. I don't want it to be life, lose my money, lose relationships. In fact, I want to earn money, earn relationships, and have a better life. So I think rainy season for me is the best season. After the rains, I guess it would be the winter season. Thank you.
Wow. That's what I call is preparing for the future in advance. So thank you very much visiting Toastmaster Clever. It was a very wonderful speech. Yeah, timer. Thank you so much. And we will move on. I still have many more numbers. So Toastmaster Arbaj.
Yes, thank you.
You are ready for taking number? Choose one
Yes,
number.
the number 11.
Number 11. Okay. What would you like to become? An early bird, those who wake up early, or a night owl, those who stay up late? Toastmaster Arbaj, what would you like to become? An early bird or a night owl?
Early to bed, early to rise, makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is something which I have been hearing for all of my life. Since my childhood, my mom used to constantly bombard the statement on me. Please get up early, beta. Why you always go late to your classes? Your teachers, your mentors are complaining about your non-professional attitude and your insincerity towards your goal. Why you do this every single day? So I said, Mom, you asked me to get up early in the morning, but don't you see that I stay up waking the entire night before I sleep? Actually, at night, we don't have many traffic sounds that are coming into our house. So that helps me to concentrate better compared to daytime. And I also don't have many of my friends calling me up late at night. Please come out and let's go somewhere and enjoy our day. So that is something that, sort of shaped my early life experience to stay up late at night. And also I'm an early bird at the same time, because my mom is always after me to just get up early in the morning and do this. I have to go to school. So we can't say that, okay, I stay up late at night so I can attend my classes late at night. I have to go in the morning. So yeah, that is a thing. There's a dichotomy between the two things. So that makes choice really difficult for anyone. But yeah, still going with the saying that early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. I still consider myself to be much more an early bird. Am I qualified, Raviraj?
Yes, yes. Thank you, Toastmaster Arbaj.
Welcome, welcome.
Timer, you can stop the share. Yeah, I would like to say that it was a great speech given by Toastmaster Arbaj, and it's not that early birds only become successful. It's not like that. It depends on your personality, whether you are an early bird or whether you can focus late at night. It depends on you when your energy and focus are to the max. So yeah, anybody would like to participate? More participants here? Yes, Toastmaster Brijesh.
Yeah.
Please choose a number.
Number 9.
Number 9. Share a piece of advice would you give to your younger self? What piece of advice would you give to your younger self, Toastmaster Brijesh? What piece of advice would you give to your younger self?
Thank you, Toastmaster Raviraj. A very good afternoon to everyone. I hope you are enjoying your Sundays at our Toastmasters meeting. The topic for me today is what message I would give to my younger self. The message I would give to my younger self would be, Brijesh, join Toastmasters. I would have told, Brijesh at 30 would have told his 10 years younger self, Brijesh, you should join Toastmasters because it will help improve your public speaking skills. It will help improve your leadership skills. Also, you will learn a lot of jugaad skills on how to organize a Toastmaster meeting just one day prior to the actual meeting, how to motivate people to take up roles, how to persuade people to be the Toastmaster of the day, how to wear multiple hats and learn different skills so that you are able to give a better Toastmaster experience. And with that being done, you will learn a lot of life skills which you can apply in the real world, in the corporate world, the persuading skills which I can use in Toastmasters. I can use that in my corporate life. The public speaking skills which I am developing over here, I could have used that in the corporate world while delivering presentations. The table topic skill which I am practicing right now would have made me a better table topic speaker. Anytime my boss or some of the colleague would have asked to me, Brijesh, what's your feedback on this? What's your opinion on this? How would you want to share this story with the immediate bosses? And I would have definitely come up with better replies to it. So a single message to my younger self would be, Brijesh, just go and join Toastmasters because it will help you develop a lot of skills like public speaking, leadership, time management, persuading others, and presenting yourself in a better way, which would mean marketing yourself in a much better way, and everything helps you in your real life. So that is what I would tell my younger self. I hope you agree with to it, table topic master Raviraj.
Totally. I totally agree with you. Because of Toastmasters, we are shaping our lives in a very positive way, and I learn new things in every meeting. In every meeting, I learn new things and apply it in my life. So yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Brijesh. It was a very wonderful speech. And yes, who is the next one? Toastmaster Tanmay, welcome. What
Hi.
number will you choose?
All my favorites are gone, so I'll go with 4.
4. Okay. If you win Kaun Banega Crorepati, how would you feel and what would you like to do with the money? Toastmaster Tanmay, if you win Kaun Banega Crorepati, how would you feel, and what would you like to do with the money?
Okay. Thank you. Timer, can we start the time? Yeah, we can start. So yeah, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Toastmasters and dear guests. So the topic given to me is if I won a crorepati, how would I feel, and what will I do the sum amount which I win? So basically, my chances of winning crorepati are very less. Although I have a very good grip over the general knowledge section, but if you ask me anything apart from that, I would probably succumb to the questions. And of course, if I win, I will definitely feel great. It's a great responsibility to win, and I mean, basically to go on live television and sit in front of Mr. Amitabh Bachchan and answer all those questions. And talking about what I will do if I win the amount, uh, some section of it I would donate it somewhere, because of course I've earned it out of basically nothing. So I've donated the 50% of it, and the rest 50% I'll most probably invest it somewhere, or I'll spend on clothes or buy some real estate with that. Uh, or even I can start some. I have a few business ideas in my mind. I can invest the money there, and maybe something fruitful turn out out of that. So yeah, these are my thoughts on the topic. Over to you, Toastmaster Viraj.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tanmay. Actually, I was very surprised, and you said that you will donate 50% of the amount. I was just calculating in my head how much percentage you will donate of the total amount, but it is very grateful of you to say that.
If I won 7 crore, right, out of that, आधा तो TDS में चला जाएगा, TDS or tax, whatever we call it. So of that, I think I'll be left with 2.5 crores or 2 crores. I'm not sure. Something close to that.
Yeah, I think so. You will be left with 4 or 5 crores after the deduction of taxes. And anybody more would like to participate? We have 3 more numbers left. Hello? Yes,
Yeah,
anybody?
Prashant has raised his hand.
Okay,
Prashant has
Toastmaster
raised.
Prashant, welcome on board. Which
Yeah,
number
thank
would
you, Viraj.
you like to choose?
Maybe number 10.
Number 10 is gone.
Oh, yeah,
Only the
sorry.
green ones.
Yeah, sorry. Number 6.
Number 6. What is the most challenging thing you have ever done, and what did you learn from it? Toastmaster Prashant, what is the most challenging thing you have ever done, and what did you learn from it?
Okay, good morning, everyone. So the most challenging thing I have done, I think, is that I have completed my engineering. So there were lots of ups and downs in my 4-year life during my engineering, and like there was a time just after completing my 2 years that I was not able to clear one of my subjects, which was like I was getting continuous KTs 3 times, and this was the last attempt. And I had, like, after giving that last attempt, I was mentally preparing myself to start doing my BCA, just to leave engineering and start with a BCA course, Bachelor of Computer Application, so that I don't get these subjects like maths and mechanics and other subjects which I cannot clear. But surprisingly, I passed, and I got a chance to continue with it. And like after, I think, my second year, things went very well, and people were like even surprised that okay, people are failing, but how, I don't know how Prashant is passing these papers. So after that setback, things went very well. I think the learning is that, like, first of all, you should always select a career where which you love. And if by chance, if it happens that okay, you get few subjects or few things which you don't like, just like try to give your best in that, and try to be more regular. Don't procrastinate things. and like continue your focus till you reach the intermediate level instead of just like stop trying only at the beginner's level. So I think these are my learnings from that achievement. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant. It was a very great learning, and I also agree that I also have the same experience with my graduation, and I was also not passing one or two of my subjects, and it was a very tense situation for me. And yeah, I guess that is very challenging when we should in that times. How can we keep our minds calm and face the calamity?
Yeah, true. You can all relate with that. Yes.
Yes, two numbers are left. Come on, who is going to participate next?
I am happy to participate.
Toastmaster Mitesh.
Yes.
Yes. Please choose a number.
Number 8, please.
Number 8.
I'm just taking a chance.
What is your favorite hobby or pastime, and why do you enjoy it? Toastmaster Mitesh, what is your favorite hobby or pastime, and why do you enjoy it?
Thank you, Toastmaster Raviraj. I don't have a specific or a particular favorite hobby or a pastime, but I love playing lawn tennis. I love Western vocal. I love playing tabla instrument, and I love Toastmasters. But in particular, if I had to choose one, then I would opt for singing. And I love English numbers. And I would like, if I would have had a choice of any alternate profession in addition to my current profession, which is a hairstyling profession, which I've chosen, I think I'll be opting for being a music artist, that is being a Western vocal and an English number singer. Uh, when it comes to when it comes to my past hobbies, I had a great interest in uh, collecting indigenous stamps. I used to collect a lot of historical stamps from various countries. That was my specific hobby, but over the years it has just varied that I'm interested in various hobbies like music, like Toastmasters, like playing lawn tennis. I think it is a great combination when music and sport are a great combination when it comes to your physical and mental health. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Raviraj.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mitesh. Very rightly said by you that music and sports are a great combination to spend your pastime, and it was a very wonderful speech. So
Thank you.
let's move on. One last number is left. Number 3. Whose favorite it is? Who is going to take? Anyone? For the last topic of today.
Hey, if not anyone not volunteering, then can I speak?
Yeah. Okay. So Toastmaster Arbaj is going to speak. Which is your favorite food and why do you like it? Toastmaster Arbaj, which is your favorite food and why do you like it?
So a topic that I have got now by selecting number 3 is what is my favorite food and why do I like it? It's none other than Maggie, the 2-minute noodle that we get in those yellow packets. These are not sham thing, okay? And just as one of the Toast members have said that just rainy seasons are just around the corner. So I totally think that I have to stock my granaries with big packets of Maggie so that I can cook them. And usually I have a busy schedule, so I don't really get time to cook and boil eggs and eat and just ask someone to eat. It's not appropriate for asking for help. So it's better to be self independent and just make it. It makes me independent as well. And yeah, if I ask that, is it a fact or a fiction? So what do you feel, that is it a fact or fiction?
I think fiction.
Fact.
Yeah, 2 minutes is a fact. Yeah.
I thought you were saying you can have Maggie like every day. I thought that's a fiction.
Okay.
Yeah, one cannot eat Maggie for every day, right? You
Yes.
told that it makes independent. So yeah, I guess it was a fact or fiction. What do you all think? Okay, so let's end our table topic session for today. And I'm glad to be the table topic master. And everybody spoke very beautifully in this table topic session. I was really very glad everybody participated and spoke beautifully. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vishal.
Thank you so much, Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Raviraj, for that exhilarating table topic section. There was like amazing participation, and hope everyone really enjoyed it. So coming back to our theme of fact or fiction, I know we went playing a couple of games wherein I shared a few things, and then you guys told me about some fact or fictions from your side. Now the last leg, I would like to do a bit of polling, and we'll get a good indication of what everyone feels about a few fact or fiction questions. So I'm doing it for the very first time, so I hope it works out well. So I'm launching the first poll now. I hope it's visible on everyone's screen. So the first one is, a cockroach can live up to a couple of weeks without its head. Is it a fact or a fiction? Okay, I can see mixed polling so far. Don't worry, I'll share the results, but I just want to make sure everyone votes here. So okay, we have received 100% answers. So what do you guys think? Like, what's the majority? Is it fact or fiction?
I think it's a fact.
Fact.
It's a fact.
Okay, so we have 70% saying it's a fact and 30% said it's a fiction. So it's actually a fact, not because majority have said it's a fact, but it is actually a fact. Okay, so let me share the next one, which is, a full-time Netflix viewer is an official job that actually exists. Is this a fact or a fiction?
I would love that job.
Okay, looks like we have a bit of mix here as well. And I'm going to end the polls in 3, 2, 1. So majority have actually got it right, which is a fact. So around 69% of the people have said that it's a fact. And yeah, I'm quite sure there would be a few Netflix buffs here who wouldn't mind this job. So there it is, the response to you guys. But still 31%, they still feel that it's not really a job, which is pretty interesting as well. All right, so I'll launch the next poll, which is, if you swallow a bubble gum, it stays in your stomach or intestine for 7 years. Is this a fact or a fiction? This one's got a bit of a majority on the fact side, which is pretty interesting. It looks like someone's actually, a lot of people here seems to have swallowed a bubble gum, possibly.
No.
Actually, due to that reason, I have stopped eating bubble gum for a year. But later, I got a result on Google that it's a fiction. it
Yes,
won't stays inside the stomach.
it
Yes,
doesn't.
It's a
This was the
fiction.
biggest myth that I had as a child. That if you by mistakenly swallow gum, it stay up in your stomach or intestine. The fiction.
Yeah, me
yes.
also because of that reason only stopped eating bubble gum and chewing gum.
Has anyone
Otherwise, I was
really
like a boomer
anyone
very much.
swallowed it in this group?
Yeah, I have done it.
Yes,
You
yes.
have?
But
Wow.
yeah, I think it does have some adverse effects if we swallow it. But I don't think so. It stays there forever.
Hmm. Is there any like thing you have to
Another
eat
thing
after
which
that to make sure that it
another thing
passes smooth? Go ahead, Anubhav.
I was saying another thing which my grandfather just had scared me with, that if you eat a lemon seed, it will grow inside yourself. That was also a fact which he used to scare me with. And I said, grandfather, I ate this. He told me now it will grow inside you. So that was the one thing. But
Nice.
it's a fiction.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Good job there, guys.
Not sure
So
if it if a tree would grow out of it, but our ancestor did a fantastic job in seeding. I mean, planting the seed of lies to all of us.
yes.
It's a
And
sham.
yeah, and fellow Toastmasters and guests, please don't try this saying that, oh, actually it doesn't matter, so let me just swallow the gum. It's not a good thing. So let me go with the next one. It says the Eiffel Tower grows up to 6 inches over the summer. Is this a fact or a fiction?
Well, it is a fact because it's a steel actually, and steel actually has a ability to be ductile. It increases in size when the heat is being provided. So that's the reason why I believe that the Eiffel Tower is increasing in size in 6 inches, as well as the railway track which we see. It also
Yes.
expands
Yeah, we have
sometimes
always
in summer.
heard about railway tracks expanding in
Yeah.
summers.
So it's a
Can be true.
fact.
It's the fact. I think majority have got it right, but few people they are still believing that it's a fiction. So it's pretty interesting, right? Not everyone thinks in the same way and applies their rationale. They also have their own uh, beliefs and everything. So pretty interesting.
One of the
Then
news which I came across recently is that New York City, right, it is sinking at a rate of 0.02 millimeters per year. So by the time we reach, I think, 23rd century, it will be gone because of the weight of buildings.
wow.
So I've heard the same about Mumbai because of the
Yeah,
increase of the
yeah,
sea level.
yeah. Yeah, it is true. It
Guys,
is true for
shift
Mumbai
to
as well.
Gurgaon. Shift to Gurgaon then.
That's why Toastmaster Vishal shifted years
I
before
got
calamity.
inside information.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go with another one. Venus is one of the two planets that rotate clockwise. Is this fact or fiction? I can see some people doing Google now.
No,
Shreya,
no
so
Google.
no.
No
No,
Google.
it's
I
a
just
it's a
voted.
fact. It's a fact.
I was applying some things I learned in geography because I knew that Earth and Venus both move in opposite direction, and
Hmm.
Mercury and Earth both move in same direction. And I guess the direction is anti-clockwise, so I guess Venus will move in anti-clockwise. I guess, but I'm not sure.
Also the only planet which moves in anti-clockwise. I mean,
Oh,
rotate clockwise. Only
clockwise.
planet.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe
Only planet.
the sun rises in the
Yeah.
west in
right.
Venus actually. Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, looks like the majority have got it right, but we still have like some people who say it's a fiction as well. So, and I think we still have a couple more. I know we are running short on time. Just make it bit quick. Yes, the Caesar salad was named after Julius Caesar. Is this a fact or a fiction?
Hmm.
Well, I haven't tried, so I'll go with fiction.
Yeah, same.
So yes, I think the majority have got it right that it is a fiction, 75%. By the way, does anyone know where was like the Caesar salad, which country it was originated?
I think it was France, but I'm not sure. I may be wrong.
Yeah, in fact, it's Mexico.
All right.
Yeah, pretty interesting. And I think we'll go with this last one in the interest of time. The Celsius and Fahrenheit scales are the same at minus 40 degrees. Is this fact or fiction?
It's a fact.
It's a fact, okay. The answer has been leaked, and that's the reason it has got 100%.
We'll go.
It
We'll
was
go.
it was
We'll go
my
with the
it was my engineering entrance exam question.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'll stop sharing the screen, and now we'll head into the last leg of our meeting, which is a general evaluation, for which I would like to invite our VP Education and one of our pillars of the Mumbai Speakers Club as well, Toastmaster Brijesh. But before Toastmaster Brijesh takes over, I have a specific fact or fiction question for him as well. Are you ready for it?
Sure, Vishal.
Okay.
I hope I do a better job this time.
Okay. The total weight of all the ants on the planet exceeds that of the total weight of all the human beings. Is this a fact or a fiction?
Sounds like a fact. I would go for it as a fact.
As a fact, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, it's actually a fiction, but you're like very close. It's actually 1/5 of the weight of all the ants is equivalent to the weight of all the human beings. So you can imagine the number of ants in this world. So with that, hand the stage over to you, Toastmaster Brijesh.
So guys, everyone needs to work out in the gym so that they can convert this fiction into a fact, right? Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Vishal. Good afternoon, everyone. I am your general evaluator for today. When I first came to Toastmasters, my response to evaluation was, oh, someone is judging me. And it feels very bad, you are like, why is someone judging me? Can I not be myself? But then after attending Toastmasters meeting, I realized that this is the best part about Toastmasters: evaluation. If you are being evaluated, you get to know the right feedback. You get to know what are things which are not working for you, so that when you come back for the next session, you deliver your next table topic, you deliver your next prepared speech, you are a better version of yourself. As it's being said, no one is perfect. You keep on improving with every iteration. And that improvement starts with getting a genuine feedback, getting a genuine evaluation. So today, as general evaluator, my job was to evaluate how the entire meeting was conducted. General evaluation has 3 segments. The first of it, which is speech evaluation. So for evaluating our today's only prepared speech, let us put our hands together for welcoming the founding president of this club and someone who's rejoined us as Toastmaster. Over to you, Toastmaster Manisha Mishra. And just one thing, before we proceed with evaluation, I would like to call Timer Bhiku for providing his timing guidelines. He had covered the table topic guidelines at the start, but evaluation timing guidelines were not covered then. So Toastmaster Bhiku, before Manisha starts her evaluation, can you please share your timing guidelines?
Okay, so result or guidelines?
The timing guidelines for evaluation.
I'm so sorry. So I'm not aware about this. Sorry. That I didn't.
Okay, no worries. So since I'm the general evaluator, I'll wear that hat. So for a speech evaluation, we have 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, Bhiku, you're supposed to show the green card. You're supposed to show the yellow card at 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and you're supposed to show the red card at 3 minutes. We have a 30-second buffer at both the ends. Now let us welcome evaluator Manisha Mishra. Over to you, Toastmaster Manisha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Brajesh. Just wanted to check if I'm audible and visible.
Yes, you are audible and visible.
Thank you. Can I see the timing guidelines, please? The timer cards basically on the screen.
Hey, Bhiku, can you share your screen?
Yeah, sure.
Visible, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. You always pass failure on your way to success. Toastmaster Shreyansh, with your speech today, you imbued the journey of success and failure. You started your speech with a few well-known success stories of Walt Disney, J.K. Rowling. You even used the word of the day. You had good hand gestures that almost looked like magic, even on the Zoom screen. And at the start, we all understood this was all fact and not a sham. You then went on to ask your audience a rhetoric. Why failure is the main reason of achievement. It's a good trick to capture audience attention. Your father's story is an inspiration that left me as an evaluator awestruck at that moment. And I'm sure that was the case for everyone today on the Zoom screen. How an 8th grade fail led to a gold medal success. It's no small feat, and hats off. For the final hook, you brought out your unicorn, and we were again awestruck. This was your hackathon story, your personal story, which had so much of emotion, so much of life experience at such a young age. It is very heartwarming to see that. And to even hear all the emotions that went through when you were actually dejected, disappointed, and when you were hopeful about making your comeback. And you summarized that by saying success tastes sweeter after a bitter failure, and to remember the lessons from the failure. A little more attention to your speech organization will enable for it to not appear fragmented. While giving a speech modulation actually helps you to enunciate your message further. For example, just imagine. Overall, it was a motivational speech which reeked of hopes and faith. And I take back the message loud and clear. It's not failure, it's unfinished success. All the best, and I look forward to your future speeches. Thank you. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manisha. That was a pretty awesome evaluation, and you did a fab job at evaluating our young Toastmaster, Toastmaster Shreyansh. So everyone, moving on to the second part of general evaluation. We'll have our tag team to share their evaluation reports. So let me start with calling out Timer Bhiku for providing his timing report.
Okay, so
Toastmaster Bhiku.
Thank you, Brajesh. So I'll start with the Shreyansh. Shreyansh so took almost 6 minutes or 2 seconds, and for the table topics, Vishal took 2 minutes, Anubhav took 1 minute 8 seconds, Amit took 1 minute 28 seconds, Hari took 1 minute 2 seconds, and Clever took 1 minute 5 seconds. Arbaz took 1 minute 35 seconds, Vijesh took 1 minute 50 seconds, and Tanmay took 1 minute 16 seconds. Prashant took 1 minute 45 seconds, Mitesh took 1 minute 45 seconds, and Arbaz took another table topic session. So he another took 1 minute 20 seconds. So almost everyone has qualified during their speeches. Yep, thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Toastmaster Bhiku, for your table topic timing evaluation report. and the verdict is everyone is qualified. Next, we move on to our counter, Toastmaster Prashant. Over to you, Toastmaster Prashant.
Yeah, sure, Brijesh. I'm sharing my screen.
Sure.
Is everyone able to see?
Yes.
Yeah. So I have marked the best, which is like without least or zero number of filler words in green, and I have marked people with like a slightly intermediate or higher number of filler words in yellow. So a special mention, actually, Manisha, during her evaluation, she did not use even a single filler word. So a round of applause for her. And then for Shreyans, I wanted to mention, like, I think almost on 3/4 part of his speech, he didn't use even a single filler word. But just at last, I just started getting those words. But very well done, Shreyans. And others like who did well in avoiding the filler words is Clever, visiting Toastmaster Mitesh and Toastmaster Anubhav. And then Vishal, Biku, and Amit had slightly more number of filler words used in their like table topic speeches. Yeah, that's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant, for a comprehensive R counter report. Next, we move on to our grammarian, Toastmaster Arun. Over to you, Toastmaster Arun.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bridges. So we actually did a good job with grammar today. Most of the things that I've noticed with the improper use was with helping verbs and particles than the misuse of those things in the sentence. So I'll just give some examples that where we used improper grammar as well as some of the places where we use good grammar and uh, good words. Before starting, I would say that we use the word of the day sham 5 times. Congratulations to everyone who have used it in the right context. So we have a couple of not good usage of grammar. We don't have many traffic where we should have used. We don't have much traffic. Ask to whom, ask to me, which the two was not necessary there. It's like ask me. Then we have where what we used to work, where the speaker actually meant where we used to work. My internet bounced. It could have rephrased by my internet connection dropped. Each and every people life, where the speaker meant person's life, each and every person's life. Then there was an instance where we used throw it open anyone in the room. So opening it to all the people in the room, what the speaker actually meant. Then there was usage of few years back. The use of was not necessary. Few years back or few years ago, we could have said that. So these were some minor things. Also, there was the usage of mustache, where it was pronounced mustache. Now it could be a contradicting thing. The pronunciation of mustache is either mustache or mustache. And there was some great usage of words arbitrarily we use. Loads of luck. Shreyans used a couple of quotes, not to fear no matter how bad things become, and success tastes weaker when followed by bitterness or failure. Then we had used indeed in a numerous context, which was used very precisely. Then there was pursuit of life. Urbas used the quote, early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Then we use persuade, succumb, ingenious, impute, rhetoric. So yeah, this is my report. Thank you.
Thank you, grammarian Toastmaster Arun. That was a pretty comprehensive grammarian report. So friends, that completes the tag team evaluation report. Before we proceed to the general evaluation summary, I would want you all to focus on polls and invite our poll master for today, Toastmaster Tanmay, to share the polls for today. Over to you, Toastmaster Tanmay. Yes, so we have the polls coming up. So Toastmaster Tanmay, yes, I'll move on to the general evaluation summary now. Yes. So good afternoon, everyone. As I was wearing the hat of general evaluator for a first time, it had a lot of learnings for me. I had to be very engaged in hearing out all the conversations and trying to figure out what went good, what went bad. So I hope I do justice to this job. I'll first start with the general feedback, then go into different sections. The general feedback, the first part for me was we started around 7 minutes late. The SA instruction started at 11:07. Ideally, we are supposed to start at 11. A request to everyone to try and ensure that you start logging in around 10:50 so that by 11 we can start our sessions, and that way we do justice to everyone's time zones. Second, I saw few people not renaming themselves following the to follow the Toastmaster convention. So a general convention for Toastmasters is you have your tag or your role player acronym, and then Toastmaster, and then your name. So I would advise or request everyone to follow it. If you are visiting Toastmaster, you can write it as VTM and then your name. Next, I myself did this few times. I switched off my video, but a request to everyone would be, if you guys can keep your video cameras on. Nothing like it. It feels bad, when speaker is speaking to just those black boxes and a few logos or your DPs. If you can start your video or keep your video on, it helps the speaker, and it will also help you become better speakers. You should not be feeling shy of starting your videos on, unless there's something going on in the background, because that is what you are here for. You are here to become a better speaker. You are here to become a better version of yourself in front of camera or in front of live audience. Next, I'll start with SA. So our sergeant at arms today, Toastmaster Tanmay, did a fab job. He put out all the required instructions. He also had a special note asking everyone that this meeting is currently being live streamed, and if anyone has any reservations, they can ask to stop the live streaming. The only thing I felt could have been slightly better was you could have done a better introduction for our presiding officer. To me, it felt just normal. I thought we could have added a bit more in the introduction. Next, moving on to presiding officer, our current president, Toastmaster Misha. She did a fab job in her role. She started out with applauding every one of us because we've now become a distinguished club. So we should we should, thank ourselves, reward ourselves, and appreciate ourselves for reaching that milestone. She welcomed all the visiting Toastmasters. She also welcomed the guests. She checked with them if they were a repeat guest. She checked with them how their experience was. And then she introduced our Toastmaster of Day, Toastmaster Vishal. Again, a feedback for our presiding officer would be, as a presiding officer, I would feel that it's we should just speak a bit around the theme and not introduce the theme of the day directly. Leave it up for the Toastmaster of the day, since he's the one who is talking on that theme. That's the only feedback. Rest all was very nicely done. Next, as we move on to Toastmaster of the day, wow. When Toastmaster Vishal takes up the stage, he leaves a lot of learnings for all of us. And he did that today as well. What an interesting theme. Like the day he told me, Brijesh, the theme is fact or fiction, I was wondering what it will be about. I told him then itself, it will get all the gray cells in the brain tinkering on a Sunday morning. And that is what it did. He started up with a very good story. I thought, Toastmaster of the Day is actually delivering a prepared speech. The beginning was so beautiful, and I was very much engaged in that story. So I loved it. I am sure everyone's attention would have been caught in that story, and everyone would have felt, oh, why did this end? We want to know more of it. What happened next? So that was a very good way to start as a Toastmaster of the Day. Next, he asked a lot of questions to audience and then asked them to decide whether it was a fact or a fiction. Again, this is good because what it does is it engages everyone in the audience. No one feels left out, and that's the best part you want as a Toastmaster, that in a meeting everyone is actively participating. That ensures no one is bored and everyone feels, yes, I am part of the meeting, even though I am not taking up any role, but I am actively involved, I am speaking something or other. So that was again a good job. Uh, he introduced his role players. He engaged with the role players as well. So every role player, even the general evaluator, even the speaker, was asked a question before they took the stage. Again, a good part as part of Toastmasters meeting. And my recommendation to Vishal would be, you should start recording audiobooks and just release it on maybe Audible, or we have a lot of Hindi bookstores as well. So you've done a great job. For me, it was difficult to identify what could have been, what could have went wrong or what could have improved. So I would just focus on the commendations for your role. Next, coming up to tag role players. So I'll start with Grammarian. First of all, he did a fab job of introducing what a grammarian does. He came up with a very apt word of the day. It was called as sham, which went in very well with today's theme. So again, kudos to Toastmaster Arun for doing that. He presented a very detailed grammarian report. Just a short one recommendation for you, Toastmaster Arun. Generally, in Toastmasters, we follow when we give our evaluation, we follow the commendation and then the recommendation. Like that's how the hierarchy is. So, in while delivering your grammarian report, you first went across and said, what could have been better, and then you talked about good usage of grammar. If you could have reversed that, first talked about what went good and then talked about what went bad or what could have been better, that would have made more sense, because generally, we as human beings are programmed to like what people say good about us. So we should start with that and then talk about recommendations. But bearing that, you did a fab job. You came up with a very good word of the day as well. Next, I would move on to Timer Bhiku. So again, Timer Bhiku, he came up with very perfect instructions about how the timing guidelines should be. Couple of recommendations for you, Toastmaster Bhiku, is one, I would suggest hold on to your table topic timing guidelines when the Toastmaster of the day calls you at the start. Just talk about prepared speech timing guidelines. When the table topic master, starts his day, he will call you again for sharing the table topic guidelines. That way, everyone is aware about the guidelines just before the session. And that should how it be for evaluation as well. And just one more recommendation, if given we are in a virtual session, yes, you noted down time for every Toastmaster and you spelled it out. It would have been better if you could have also shared a spreadsheet, summarizing everything, that helps absorb information faster. Bearing this, a fab job at being a timer. So a good work at the timing role. Next, I will move on to our counter Toastmaster Prashant. He's taking this role for the very first time. Toastmaster Prashant, I loved your recommend like I love the fact that you researched a bit and came up with recommendations how you could avoid your ahs and ums, and you shared that at the start of the speech. I felt that is good, but I would be of the view, sharing the recommendations for improvement at the end, when you are giving your R counter summary is a better way, because then people like say Brijesh has a lot of arms, then he will very actively listen. Okay, I have a lot of arms. How should I reduce it? Because recommendations are also coming. Brijesh would be very much interested in that, rather than putting it out at the start as a general recommendation when probably the audience engagement is not that big, because they'll feel, I am a star. I never use ahs and ums. I am a perfect speaker. So I would just recommend that, except that you did a fab job. You came up with good guidelines. You came up with a very detailed report in the Excel spreadsheet. So a good job at our counter. Next, I would move on to our prepared speaker, Toastmaster Shreyansh. Shreyansh, you did a fab job evaluating you after Manisha's fab evaluation. I mean, it will be an understatement for me. But only one thing which I would want to recommend is your, the speech was about managing time, and I felt you could have added more content, or probably I believe you would have practiced this speech. It's just the pace of your speech when you deliver is a bit more fast. If you could have added bit pauses, or talked a bit slowly, you could have utilized the entire 7 minutes, 7 minute 30 seconds. What I felt is your speech just got ended at 6 minutes, so maybe some work there. Otherwise, a fab speech, and your stories were uh, pretty engaging, and kudos to your dad as well. That story of flunking in 8th standard and then getting a gold medal from Mumbai University was amazing. Majorly it's the reverse. A lot of people, they top in their school, and when they go to universities, they just do very bad, and I am one of those guys, who flunked my engineering exams and got KTs. So a fab job. Next, moving on to evaluate a Toastmaster, Manisha. Wow, what a brilliant evaluation that was, Manisha. And that is the reason we were persuading you to come and join our club. We want such evaluations for ourselves so that we become better versions. And I would like to thank our president, Misha, for motivating you to rejoin us. Talking about your evaluation had, a lot of new new words for me. So it was improving my vocabulary as well. So kudos to you for that. And as our counter mentioned, I was also not able to see any ahs and ums in your evaluation. So you did a fab job there. Next, moving on to our table topic master, Toastmaster Raviraj. So see, Toastmaster Raviraj, that's what happens, when I tell you pick up table topic master, you are doing a fab job, and you left us, surprised. Like, you did a wonderful job at table topic master. You came up with wonderful topics. I know getting topics related to fact or fiction were difficult, but the topics you selected were pretty awesome. You motivated everyone to speak, come on stage and take up, impromptu speaking. You also ensured you are, at the start, you are introducing the Toastmaster, then the speech title, and you are again introducing the speech title and Toastmaster. So again, that was very nicely followed. I also love the fact that you were able to summarize every speaker. So after the speaker was done, you added your 2 bits into it. That is something you again learn as a table topic master. So you did a fab job there as well. Only one recommendation I would say is, the screen sharing probably leads to a bit of lag, and that puts in some bit of distraction in the audience. Maybe you could have just shared that spreadsheet with our timer. So he could have just changed the tabs, and that would have ensured a smoother transition. Bearing that, a fab job done at your end as well. So overall, guys, it was a great session for us. The good part, which as a VP head also I loved, was there are a lot of first timer participants, a lot of people who took their role for the first time, and we had a good engagement as well today. So with that, I would want to end the general evaluation for today. And I would again ask everyone to applaud yourselves because we've become a distinguished Toastmaster club this week. Over to you, Toastmaster of Day, Toastmaster Vishal.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Brijesh. So as we are coming close to the end of the meeting, I hope today's theme, fact and fiction, it was a fun session for most of us, if not all. I really like the fact how everyone was thinking about all the different statements and giving their own perspectives. The message that I would like to share through this particular theme is that these days we have so much things going around us. It could be news, magazines, social media, right? And content that's being shared out there is just out of proportion, and sometimes without even giving a second thought or maybe even validating it, we just forward it to other people, and we don't know how those other people might take that news as, and what the consequences of those things could be. So the message that I would like to share with everyone is try to be mindful, try to at least think twice before forwarding any sort of memes or anything which is not really verified. I think we all are we all need to work together on this and make sure that we share very clear and transparent information amongst our loved ones, our family, our friends, and everyone. So uh, with that, I would like to go back to my initial story, which everyone is wondering whether it's a fact or a fiction. So actually, it's a mix of both. Some of it is fact and some of it is fiction. I think that's what life is all about as well. So I think we should just take everything with the pinch of salt. And yeah, I hope everyone has some bit of learning in today's session, and I tried to make it as fun as interactive as possible. So thank you so much for everyone's participation. And with that, I would like to hand it over to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Misha.
Yeah, Visha, before you take
Thank
over, I'll quickly launch polls for best tag role player and best of victory. Give me a second. Get the polls are ready. Yeah, I'm checking. Yeah, hello. Hello, guys. I'm audible.
Hey, yes, Tanmay, you are.
Yeah, Visha, you can continue.
Okay, so the tours will take time. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Misha.
No,
Or will the
I
poll?
already launched. No, I
Polls
already
have been
launched the poll.
launched. Yeah.
Okay, it's done. Okay, just a second. Okay, so this was a great, great, great meeting. And Vishal, it was one hell of a journey. I really, really enjoyed myself. It actually kept me thinking all the time whether this is fact or fiction. And the answer to your question, which you said, was I also thought it's fact because we all keep encountering some or the other uh, not so believable things in our life. So sometimes it actually forces us or compels us to think whether it's fact or fiction. So for people who experience it's fact, for people who haven't experienced it's fiction. So it's pretty subjective when it comes to certain things. But rest of it, it was really a lot of fun. I really enjoyed myself. Great, great, great theme. And as usual, since you are the team of it has to be amazing. So thank you so much for taking up the role. And I would actually first I want to thank all the first timers today because it was a really special meeting. Since I am really excited about getting the President's Distinguished Club Award, and after that we have had a lot of first timers. So Manisha, thank you so much for taking up the evaluation. This is her first time after rejoining. For me, she never left Toastmaster. She has always been a stalwart Toastmaster for me. This is what I learned from her, by the way. So for me, she has been a brilliant Toastmaster with great command of language and diction and a great speaker. And it is so good. It's actually a treat to see you giving your evaluation. I was taken back to all the old days. So thank you so much for that nostalgic feeling you gave me. And obviously, it goes without saying your evaluation was brilliant. Thank you so much. And up first ho gaya. Now please go ahead and please keep taking up evaluations and speeches. Now no more first. Okay. Moving on. Thank you so much, Arun, for taking up the grammarian role. You were really great. I loved your grammarian report. To be honest, you pointed out those things which I was actually, telling, or I was like, whenever someone speaks something, that is the only thing I pinpoint. And you pinpointed the exact same things. I was really happy that you did a brilliant job being a grammarian. Please take up more roles. Please take up your speeches. It would be a treat to watch you speak as well. Also, Prashant, you were great as a first time R counter. And you very brilliantly pointed out all the R's and ums and the crutch words. So it is actually, it feels like an achievement for us when we see any member growing in the club. Because in any one member's achievement is the club's achievement, to be very honest. So the more anybody takes up a role, the more it's the club which grows. So with your growth, we are also growing. So thank you so much, Prashant, for taking up roles and taking up speeches. And please do take up more speeches. We have a lot of slots open. Take up speeches. We are having mentors. Your mentor has been assigned to you. Rest of the people will be getting their mentors also. So please go ahead, prepare yourself. We are there for you. We are there to help you. And let us grow together. Let us aim for other clubs, other awards as well because now I've become very ambitious, to be very honest. And I know we have the potential, so let's just do it. Moving on, Raviraj, you were a brilliant table topic master. I really enjoyed your questions. I was very tempted to participate, but I really wanted everyone else to participate in it. So thank you so much for being a brilliant table topic master. I really hope to see you taking up more roles and speeches as usual. It's been a long time that you've taken a speech, so please do take up speeches because it's always good to be in that flow. Keep taking up roles, keep coming for meetings, keep taking up speeches, and that is how you actually get that value for the money you have paid and for the time you are investing in this club. So thank you so much. And last but not the least, sorry, yeah, last but not the least, our VP at Toastmaster British, who was the first time general evaluator. Now he has become a pro. I do not need to say much. He has been very patient. He deals with everything from telling people or pushing them, to be honest, for taking up roles to being a general evaluator, taking up all the last moment roles, whether even if it's a team or he's there ready for it. And now it's a very common thing for him to take up the huge roles, the big three roles table or evaluation, or be it a evaluation or Toastmaster day. So it's really nice to see you speak so well, so nicely, be such a brilliant evaluator. So I don't think we need to push for more general evaluators, since now we have you. So we should stop worrying about people getting people to evaluate. So now we have one more evaluator in that panel we already have for general evaluators. So thank you so much, Brijesh. Finally, you have done it, and I'm very, very proud of you. So I really wish you, I really think you all should applaud yourself for showing up in this meeting, participating, taking up roles, and being brilliant today. Moving on, since I am so ecstatic, I would really want to know how the members, how the guests have felt today. So I would like to know from Toastmaster Clever. Hi, Clever. Would you like to share your
Hi.
experience of today's meeting? How was it? How did you feel?
Yeah, I wasn't sure how the meeting would turn out to be because I heard that it's an online meeting. I was prepared to actually travel to Borivali for the meeting, and I was frankly speaking quite disappointed when I heard it was an online meeting. And somewhere around the place, I heard that clubs have online meetings when they don't have sufficient members to meet, have an offline meeting. But I enjoyed the meeting very much. I'm not a member of any club as of now. I was a member of Andheri Toastmasters Club, but I'm not. I left the club. I enjoyed Toastmaster Vishal's handling of the meeting. It was amazing. He actually ensured that no one fell asleep, which often happens in online meetings. I'm so glad I was here. It was a Sunday morning, absolutely well spent. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Flavor. By the way, this is our format. We have two virtual and two hybrid meetings. So it does not depend on the number of people, but this is how our format is. Two virtual meetings are mandatory and two are hybrid. So we always keep it online for the comfort of everybody to join in. For Vishal, who is now in Gurgaon, so we have to make sure we have all our family members with us when we have this meeting. To be honest, this is our family and not just a club. So we want all the family members to join us. So yeah. So also for happy news for you or good news for you, we are having a physical meeting next Sunday, a hybrid one to be precise. So please do join us. You would really enjoy yourself. And I really look forward to having all of you for the hybrid meeting as well. It would be really nice. Join us physically. It is a lot of fun meeting everybody. It is a great way to network, to know each other as persons and not just windows on a Zoom meeting. So please do join us. Moving on, do we have Nikita? I think she has left. Okay, Mitesh. Hi, Mitesh.
Hi, Misha. Yes.
Yeah, hi. Would you like to share your
Yeah.
feedback? Finally, you have joined your first meeting
Yeah.
with the as guest.
Yeah.
So how was it?
Yeah, actually, this I just realized this was my second meeting because earlier on I think I had communicated with you and Vishal, and I had attended one meeting earlier. So
Okay.
involvement and participation from the participants was very high, and especially I want to thank the Toastmaster of the day and the tag role players to for like enabling this high participation and involvement from all the participants, because I have not witnessed uh, any meeting so far like with such a high participation from everyone. So thank you for the role players of this meeting.
Thank you so much, Mitesh. I really appreciate your feedback, and I really hope
Um,
to see you in our other meetings as well. We are
all
having a physical meeting, so please do join us if possible.
Yes, next week I'll be speaking at Goregaon Speakers Community. I have a prepared speech slot, so
Okay.
yeah, I've already booked that.
No problem. I
Yeah.
wish you all the very
All right,
best, but
thank you.
please do join us whenever it's convenient and possible for
All
you.
right, thank you.
I appreciate your participation. Thank you so much for your time.
Conducting the meeting.
Okay, moving on, Harit. Hi, Harit.
Hi, Misha. No, it
Would
was
you
a good
like to share
experience.
feedback?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not used to having people with such a seriousness on Sundays, but people take their roles very seriously here. I can vouch for it. But yeah, I have a lot of takeaways and looking forward to meet you all in the physical sessions as well.
That's great. We would love to see you in the physical session. Please do join us. And I hope I see Toastmaster and not just guest Harit Batra, and not just taking up, not just giving his speeches, taking up roles and being an evaluator. So please do join us, and I hope you have enjoyed yourself as a guest here.
Yes.
Please do join us for the physical meeting. I'm sure it will be way more fun than what it was. Think we are done with all the guest addresses. And thank you so much, everyone. I really, really enjoyed myself. I really appreciate all of you.
Vishal.
Oh, that's Anubhav. Yeah, I can see you.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hi, Anubhav. Anubhav, you're on mute.
Anubhav, you're on mute.
I'm audible
Yeah, hi,
now.
Anubhav. Yes, you were not there at the beginning of the meeting, but I appreciate you
That's my
staying on.
bad.
No problem. Would you like to share your feedback?
Yeah, sure. Well, actually, I'm a member of Bombay Toastmasters Club, and all thanks to Mitesh, he have unveiled this wonderful club to me. I spoke to Tanmay the other day, and he has shared me about for the link and asked me to join. I said yeah, and I tried my best to just join on as early as possible, but I was late half an hour, and I missed a speech, a wonderful speech. But as I have seen all of the members participating, and also about the TMOD today, the wonderful theme, facts and figures, and I got to know many things about various things. So it was all a great experience to watch you all play and involved me to participate in table topics. I hardly participate in table topics, but today I aced it actually. And since today the theme was facts and fiction, I would like to ask you all this, that a man claims that he have experienced New Year twice. Do you all think it's a fact or a figure? Fiction, excuse me.
Oh, sorry, can you please repeat the question?
I was scrolling Instagram, and there was this guy who claims that he have experienced New Year twice. I mean, he moved
It's a
from one
fact.
country to other
Yes,
country.
correct. It's possible
Yes,
that
and
way.
also if you're
What do you all
drunk.
think?
Actually, I was going to give
Just
that answer, but I thought it might not be appropriate to say.
well,
So is it fact or fiction,
maybe, but
Anubhav?
it's a fact because that guy who used to live in Sydney, and he travels all the way to Los Angeles, and the time difference is 19 hours. So first he celebrated New Year in Sydney, then he took a private jet, which took him like 9 hours to travel all the way to Los Angeles, and there he celebrated again New Year. So if someone is wishing to celebrate it twice, yeah, that's how you can, from
Oh,
Sydney to
thank
Los
you so
Angeles.
much.
Yeah,
Well,
you
that was
can have a
Anyways,
private jet.
yeah. Anyways, we celebrate New Year twice. Once according to the Roman calendar, and second according to our
yes.
personal faith.
Hello.
In
Yes.
India, it's possible to celebrate it many times a year because it's
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, maybe
Indian.
3-4
According to
times.
So
calendar.
Indians keep celebrating New Year throughout the year.
And
So
And
I think
individually
that's what
also,
Manisha wanted to say.
yeah, and individually also we celebrate one with the friends, one with the families,
true.
and
Birthday.
one which we
Yes.
don't want to reveal to anybody how it was celebrated. So
Yes.
and also, if you want to enjoy New Year every week, just join Mumbai Speakers Club.
That's very sweet of you. Thank you so much, Anubhav. And
Yeah,
I hope
it's my pleasure.
please do join us for the physical meeting if it's possible
Yeah,
and
sure, sure,
would love to
sure.
have you. We are having a physical meeting next week.
Hmm.
Also, since you have missed out on the speech, you can catch it on the Mumbai Speakers YouTube channel. We live stream all
Okay.
our meetings. So we have every the videos for all our previous and the current meetings as well. Please do go, find some time and go and watch it. You will understand how our meetings are, and if you find it interesting enough, please do like, share, and subscribe. I feel like an
Yeah.
influencer here, but please do that.
Thank you.
Please hit the bell notification also.
Yeah, I will. I
So
will.
with that, yeah, so with that, I know it's Sunday noon. We started in the morning and we have reached noon, and everybody's stomachs must be rumbling and mumbling. So I think this is now the proper time to close this meeting. I wish you all a very happy week ahead. Have a great and a productive week. And please let us all meet next Sunday for a fun physical meeting. I am going to be the team out of the day, Toastmaster of the day. So please come. It's going to be fun. So have a great Sunday. And for any queries, please do reach out to Toastmaster Tanmay or Toastmaster Bhutesh. Thank you
Yeah,
so
also,
much.
quick thing before we conclude today's meeting, I want to unveil today's winners. Okay, so I'll
Oh, yes,
quickly
please
share my
go ahead.
screen.
Sure.
Let me know if my screen is visible.
It's visible, Tanmay.
It's visible, yeah.
Able to hear, right?
Yeah.
No.
No, we can't hear.
No, we can't hear it. We can just sing. Shreyan. Shreyan's is left. Manisha, congratulations. Prashant, congratulations for being the best tag role player. Flavor, you were the best table topic speaker. Thank you so much for participating. Vishal, it had to be you. So you were a brilliant Toastmaster of the day. So kudos to all of you and a big round of applause to everybody who put in so much of effort to make this meeting a success. I wish you all a very happy Sunday and a great week ahead. Goodbye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Uh,
Have a good day.
Before we log out, if Brijesh is still online, Brijesh,
Yeah.
all that
Yeah,
talk
Manish.
about being the first general evaluator, I want to say it was a sham. You aced the role today. You were worried for no reason. And I think you should be very confident when you want to take up that role in JPMC Malad Toastmasters Club. We will be waiting with bated breath. I'm a dual member now. I'm wearing the hat of JP Morgan Malad Toastmasters Club as well. And I welcome each one of you to be part of the meetings. Whenever we have an open link, I'm happy to share on the details.
Thank you so much, Manisha. We really look forward to joining the JPMC meetings as well. I would really like to see you and Brijesh. I would really like to see you guys having playing roles and giving speeches in your corporate club as well. Thank you so much.
Sure, I would.
Thank you,
I
guys.
would
Have a good